Right now, the way I see transit is it's a little bit at a crux, a little bit at a turning point.
A transit researcher says cities across Canada should prioritize service if they want to strengthen and sustain public transit across the country. This as transit ridership continues to decline. As cities reduce bus routes to save money and deal with staffing shortages, a transit researcher says decisions like these are contributing to what he says is a transportation death spiral.
If you reduce service, you get less ridership. And so you have this downward spiral. And I think what we're noticing now with the pandemic is a second negative feedback loop that comes through the labor shortages.
Klupenhauer says it's been especially difficult to hire drivers post-COVID. For current drivers, it's leading to longer hours and more burnout, which in turn is leading to less reliable service.
We're facing a challenging decision, and we've obviously faced challenging things before, even in the past few years, and how we decide to respond to those is going to be the deciding factor of how we go moving forward.
One of the primary causes is the safety of the service.
Winnipeg's transit union has been keeping track of the number of assaults on operators over the last few years. In 2021, union president Chris Scott says there were 90 operators assaulted. In 2022, that number rose to 130. There were 18 incidents alone in the month of January.
It's very concerning because when you have dealt with this level of violence, even if it's not directly physical confrontation, the psychological and emotional impacts have caused problems for a lot of people.
The service continues to see an increase in operator absenteeism due to all the safety concerns. Scott says the union is having a hard time recruiting and maintaining drivers. The same situation is facing transit in Halifax, as the city has been losing staff at an unprecedented rate.
People are coming in and they haven't had a raise in 3 years right now, and they're ready to go to other places to work. They're just ready to walk away. The passengers are frustrated. They can't get the buses they want. They can't get where they need to go, and they take it out on the operators. We're unsafe. We're underpaid and we're overworked.
In February, the city of Winnipeg invested $5 million for a Winnipeg Transit security team to tackle safety issues on buses. Toronto is doing something similar, deploying 50 security guards on its TTC amid a rash of violent incidents. Klupenhauer says as bad as the situation is across the country, cities need to find ways to revamp public transit as it provides an essential service for many.
There's just sort of a mathematical geometric certainty that public transit needs to be there.
In Winnipeg, Alex Karpa, City News.